Hello guys, I'm Marco and I'm going to show you every 151 Pokemon that I made. So, hope you enjoy. So we have Bulbasaur, the number 1 Pokemon, the grass and poison type. If you want to know how you make the Bulbasaur color, yeah, I use a little bit of yellow, blue, and a big white. So that's how I made the Bulbasaur's face and my body. So, yeah, I'm going to give you a little close up. There. Now, Ivysaur, your number 2 Pokemon. Yeah, his color looks a bit round. So let me. And his leaves are like a big color. So I know it might look a bit dusty, because yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, the big bull plant is for something that maybe it produces for him to evolve. Yeah. We have Venusaur, the final form of Ivysaur and Bulbasaur. The plant, it looks pretty big, and his green part is good. I had this brown thing that it makes sense from the Venusaur. So yeah, the raspberries. Next, we have Charmander. It's the orange color, and I made his by trying to use red and orange, and I tried to make it, but I didn't mix the color. I made it just good. So yeah, the fire type. Charmeleon, there is a fire type too that evolved from Charmander. It's been Ash's partner back when in the old series. Yeah, I did use a little bit of red and yellow for the mixing tails. So yeah. Now Charizard, the fire and flying type. Yeah, he is the final form of Charmander Charmeleon and has been Ash's partner for almost the whole journey. And I mixed the tail with some orange, red, and yellow to make a perfection. My brother made this, and his eyes were blue, if you want to see a close-up. Yeah, that's it. Now we have Squirtle, the water-type Pokemon. His tail looks a bit too sticky, but it's still fine. Yeah, his eyes are red, so I made it like that. Wartortle is the water-type Pokemon that evolved from Squirtle. Yeah, it may look like a flying type, but it's not. These are like a pair of it. I don't know if it makes it the fastest one. And it has 2 tails stick together. Yeah, so, yeah. Now we have Blastoise, the water type also that evolved from Wartortle and Squirtle. He used these water things to shoot water to attack. And his arms look pretty good. My brother made it. Caterpie, the worm Pokemon, also the caterpillar. The Caterpie kind of almost looks like an animal that is made of that it's original to something. Yeah, it's a bug. He was the first bug type Pokemon that's ever made. That thing maybe is for a shield. I don't know. Metapod, the second form of Caterpie. It does evolve from Pokemon. He looks like a shield. Yeah. Now we have Butterfree, the flying and bug type. The wings, I didn't make the pattern perfectly, but I still made the face good. Yeah. Now, we have Weedle, the poison bug type. The horn is just for the poison that's keep inside of the bug. And it has a lot of legs that I did made. So yeah. Wait, I don't think I have space. Let's get Butterfree. Kakuna, the poison bug type 2. He's the shiny form of Kakuna that it's actually really yellow. It's more poisonous than the original one. Yeah. Now we have Beedrill, the bug and poison type. Yeah, the stinger didn't make it a little sharp, so I'm gonna make it sharp. There. I made it in there. So now Pidgey. He was the first normal type Pokemon, and he's also a flying type. The second flying type Pokemon has ever made because of Charizard. Now we have Pidgeotto. He's also a normal and flying type. Yeah, the wings look pretty big when I open them up. So let me close it back. Now Pidgeot. He's the flying and normal type. The final form of Pidgey and Pidgeotto. Ash wanted to catch the Pidgey, so he's able to have a Pidgeotto tool. Maybe a Pidgey, I don't know. Now, Rattata, the normal type. His eye didn't make his teeth a bit sharp, but not squarish, so yeah, he still looks fine. The tail kind of looks like a meow, yeah. Now Raticate, the normal type Pokemon. He kind of looks like a round rat, but his tail and his arms looks like almost a rat's hands. And his teeth are powerful that can break as wood. Yeah. Now I have Spearow, the flying type and normal. Yeah, this Pokemon reminds me of an animal called a sparrow. Yeah, those animals. Keep that really tight. Now we have the Pokemon Fearow. The flying normal type. It did evolve from a Pokemon named Spearow. Yes, that's the one. Showed you. Yeah, the tail is a bit, I don't know, have a shape. Okay, I think I know the shape now. Yeah, I didn't have those fur next to the wing because I don't want to take my time. Now we have Ekans, the poison type. And if you guys ever want to know this, he's actually bigger than Venusaur. That's right. He's literally bigger than Venusaur. Now we have Arbok, the poison type Pokemon that evolved from Ekans. Yeah, this staying area looks a bit almost related. So yeah. Wait, I think I ran out of some space. Let's put Ekans here. Wait, let me face it. Yeah, that's good like that. Yeah, that's good. Now we have the famous Pokemon Pikachu, the electric first one. Yeah, it's been Ash's partner after a whole journeys. It ended up to Gen 8 of, Galar region. Raichu, the electric type Pokemon. Yeah, the ears. I made the tail not too long, so I made it stick in the area back here. See? Yeah. Now we have the first ground type Pokemon, Sandshrew. He's yellow, and the animal that he is an armadillo. Yes, the ground armadillo Pokemon. Now we have Sandslash, the ground type Pokemon also that evolved from Sandshrew. Yeah, he kind of looks like a porcupine armadillo because spines that he has. Yeah, and I made his eyes a bit. I made his eyes blue. Now we have a Pokemon here, Nidoran. He's a female that it's a poison type. I did have some spines, and she kind of looks like she can stand up and she will. Oh, such for fun. Now Nidorina, the second form of Nidoran female. I made his eyes a little red, and I need to make his feet long. I'm gonna make it longer. There. Leave a like if it looks better. Now we have Nidoqueen, the final form of Nidoran and Nidorina. The tail looks good, and I had some 4 spines on it. Yeah. Now we have male Nidoria that he's a poison type, and it does have some spines, but it doesn't have a tail. Yeah. Now we have Nidorino, that it's, there it shows. Nidorino, that is also poison type, and he looks a bit tougher than Nidoran male. So, yeah. Now we have Nidoking, the poison type Pokemon too. Yeah. This guy looks pretty good, and he does have a tail. Unlike Nidorino and Nidoran, this is the one that has a tail. Now we have Clefairy, the first fairy type Pokemon. Yeah, the ears kind of, I think I made him mess. But now he's still looking good. Now Clefable, the other fairy type that evolved from Clefairy. Clefairy was supposed to have that does have a first form Cleffa. I don't think I'm dead, but I'm not supposed to make that. Now Vulpix, the fire type Pokemon. He's a fox Pokemon. This one has 6 tails, and his little hands and feet are brown. 9 tails, the Firefox Pokemon. I made 9 tails that my brother did, and I did almost voice a lot of yellow on it. So, yeah. Now Jigglypuff, the normal and fairy type. She has been slapping Pikachu. She does enjoy it. She's the fairy and normal type that she does use ability to sing and make the Pokemon sleep. Now Wigglytuff. I have this Pokemon in Pokemon Quest that I do have it. Have you heard about Pokemon Quest? Yeah, it's in games in Play Store. It's an app. Yeah, you know. Normal flowering type, Wigglytuff. I have it. Now Zubat, the poison flying type. He's a bat Pokemon that he's blind, but he does have fangs. I made him as a male because between a male and female Zubats, the male Zubat has bigger teeth and female has smaller teeth. And then between Golbat, yeah. This one's a male also, the poison flying type. Yes. This is a male since the same thing as Zubat. Now I have Oddish, the poison grass Pokemon. He's one of like a radish and it's odd. Get it, guys? Now I have Gloom, the poison type, and grass. This one is related to a plant. I don't know what it looks like, but I know. Now we have Vileplume. He's one of the grass and poison types. I made it as a male since the spots and is like, if it was a medium male, the spots would be bigger, so this is small spots. Now we have Paras, the parasite Pokemon, a bug and grass type. His grass type Pokemon is because of these things that are mushrooms. They're related to the grass. For Parasect, yeah, but I didn't mean to put this. I thought this spot was supposed to be white, but it was actually yellow spots. The grass and bug. Yeah, he does evolve from Paras, from the Pokemon. And my brother just had that Pokemon in Pokemon Quest, but he did remove it. Venonat, the poison bug type. Yes, he looks like a round fur ball. And it has some yellow feet that it made can stick and 2 hands. Venomoth. He's one of the poison and bug types that it's true that can fly. He does fly, also Beedrill that can fly. So, yeah. I made this color violet, so that's how true it is. Now I have Diglett. The ground and the ground, just a ground Pokemon. He's one of the smallest Pokemons that's ever made in Kanto. The world's smallest Pokemon that's ever made in Kanto. Yeah. Now we have Dugtrio. Also says it's a bit bigger than Diglett, but it's still a bit smaller. Like it's kind of almost the same size as Clefairy. Now we have Meowth, one of Team Rocket's villains. Oh wait, the Eater. He's a normal type, like a cat that can do scratch and move. Tell me if that's a normal or a dark type. Wait, actually it's a normal type. Now Persian. His name was actually named from after Persian cats. So, yeah. Between the shiny form, the ears are supposed to be pink, so I made it brown, so that's the original. Psyduck. Misty's Pokemon that she doesn't even like. It does evolve from... I'm going to tell you the Pokemon when I show it to you. Psyduck. The water type. He was supposed to be a psychic type that I thought because his name is Psy. The Psy means psychic. So, why could he made it as a normal? I want a water and psychic. Golduck is the water type, but he's not a psychic. Misty may wish if he has these Pokemons. Now we have Mankey, the first fighting type Pokemon. Yeah, His tail invention, I made it, didn't look really long, so I didn't waste a lot of weight. I didn't want to waste it, so I made these made to stretch without adding white. I had white on these arms. Yeah, and it was not, Ash didn't capture the monkey, but he did capture Primeape, the fighting type Pokemon. He did like Ash's cap, and he does pretty fight a lot with the anchor issues. Now, Growlithe. One of the police officer Pokemon. Yeah, one of the Pokemon's police officers that Miss Jenny has. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's Jenny. Growlithe, yeah. With that tail over there, yeah, it will still look perfection. Now we have Arcanine. My brother made this Pokemon with a lot of it. And these are actually his fur, if you guys saw. And this is the tail and his face. Like that. And he has a real big mane. Now we have Poliwag, the water type. His tail does, I don't know if he wags. But I think this is like a real thing. Now we have Poliwhirl. Yeah, I made his arm to look a bit cool, like it's the original form, like its original pose. Yeah, I like that. Now I have Poliwrath, the water fighting type. Poliwhirl is also a fighting type, but it's not. Actually, it's not a fighting type. It's a water type. But this one is a fighting type and water. He does punch a lot. Poliwhirl can also evolve to Politoed, but I'm not making Politoed. Now we have Abra, the Psychic type. That's the first Psychic type that's ever made. He does actually sleep a lot. Yeah. And he does have something. Now Kadabra. Kadabra. This one has a star over here and stripes. He does have a big tail. Like, I mean, I had to spoon make it white because I didn't want to waste. Like, yeah, you know what I mean. Great. Now Alakazam. Wait, here. This is the last Pokemon that I made out of Play-Doh because I wanted to make it random. And he's a Psychic type that evolved from Kadabra. And I made the armor like I used the image to make it the same thing, but not the same. Now you have Machop, the fighting type Pokemon. Yeah, I didn't make his arms like a real human. I made a tail for him that makes the same. Yeah, but I made the mouth. Now we have Manchoke. He has the belt like here, and I made his feet like human feet. And I made him a bit purple because that's how it is. Has some stripes here, the fighting type. Yeah. Now we have Machamp. I made this Pokemon out of Lego that I did, the fighting type. Yeah. And it does evolve from Manchoke and Machop. Yeah, I made 4 arms. I made this thing like a human head and this one too. Now we have Bellsprout. He's the poison and grass type. That he's kind of like a carnivorous plant. Yeah, he is. Now we have Weeping Bell. Also the same thing as Bellsprout. He's also a carnivorous plant. And it looks like it's upside down. Yeah, with eyes on it. And that's what. Victory Bell. That's James' favorite Pokemon. Now he does have it, but every time Victory Bell, everyone, even when he always joins a battle, he just beyond James' head. Now we have Tentacle, the water type Pokemon, and Poison. He's like a stingray with an armored on. Yeah, these things. Now Tentacruel, also the same type as Tentacle, but my brother made this one to make a lot of. He did made a lot of arms. Yeah, I did kind of forgot to. My brother did first. Now we have Judo, the rock and ground type. He does punch a lot. Yeah, but not really. He's actually a rock type with a mouth that my brother did me. Graveler also did. My brother did made it. He made an arm right there. He just actually did it good. And the feet were looking good. He did well. Now we have Gum. I didn't want to waste a lot of black on it, so I added aluminum foil. Yeah, and it evolved from Graveler to ground and rock type. Yeah, and that's the same thing as Graveler. Now we have Ponyta, the fire type. He's a pony Pokemon that can evolve to a horse. Like, I'll show you. This is not actually a horse, because Rapidash is actually a fire unicorn. Yeah, like the horn you see here. His legs, I did made it to add aluminum foil so I don't have to waste a lot of fuel. Now we're on the white side. That shows the Pokemon here. I didn't run out of space. So here we have Slowpoke, the water type Pokemon, and he's psychic type. Yeah, I made this. My brother made this tail to make the exact image. I wanted to make it, but that didn't stop me, so I did. I made the mouth for him just because he doesn't know how to make the mouth. Now Slowbro. Yeah, there's a water psychic type that evolved from Slowpoke. The body is okay that I made it, but the tail was a bit hard because it had to have a lot of spines. And you know what's crazy? Shelter can also evolve to Slowbro Shell. Seriously, because Slowpoke can evolve to a Slowbro by getting eaten, by his tail eaten by a Shelter. Okay. Now we have Magnemite, the first electric and steel type. Steel type movement. He does have a big one only eye because he's a magnet. I don't think he has a gender, or maybe he does. So, yeah. Now we have Magneton, the electric steel type. I made 3 of them. I made all 3 of them because it did look hard. I think my brother made this or me. Actually, I did it. In the back, it did look almost like it's like a gender. Now we have the unvolvable Pokemon, Farfetch'd. Yeah, I made him as a normal flying type. But seriously, how can he fly when he's a duck Pokemon? I know he can swim, but why couldn't we make him as a normal and water type? Yeah, why couldn't we? Now we have Doduo, the Dodo Pokemon. Yeah, this Pokemon is like an ostrich combined with Dodos. Yeah, like 2 of them. The normal flight. But how can he fly? Now we have Dodrio. It has 3 heads and this kind of almost looks like an ostrich. and it's combined with a dough. And they really look angry. Now, Seal is a water type Pokemon. He does have a little horn there, and it's a seal. Yeah, seal, get it. They look the same. The flippers, the tail. Now we have the ice and water type Dugong. The first ice type ever made. With the horn, that's the same thing as Seal. He was the third boss of Pokemon Quest from the 9th level. the 9th world. Now we have Grimer, the poison type. He looks like a big aqua slime that's coming alive. That's and it's not captured by Ash, but he did capture Muck, the also poison type Pokemon. Muck did enjoy him by be on him by his hand and hand. Now Shoulder, the water type Pokemon. He's in the shell that's inside. It's like a hidden, unknown mystery that's in here. Yeah. Now we have Cloyster, the water and ice type. My brother made this for the horn and the face and these sounds. Now we have Ghastly, the ghost and poison type. Ash didn't call Ghastly Pokemon. Or Haunter, the poison and ghost type also. Yeah, I used the paper clips for the hands to float. Come on, like, you know what I mean, guys, right? Yeah, I bet you do. And I made the teeth in perfect perfection to make it actually like the real image of Haunter. So now Gengar, my brother's favorite Pokemon, with those red eyes, the big smile. And Ash caught Gengar in the Galar region. Yes, the Galar. And I did add some spines. I'm gonna add some. To make some pointy things, you gotta pinch the Play-Doh so you can make it. Yeah. Now here comes the big one. Onyx, the ground and rock type. My brother made this one since it was the hardest. We almost waste a lot of black on this, so it was still good. Yeah. Now we have Drowsy, the psychic type Pokemon. He's like an elephant that can stand up, that can psych. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now we have Hypno. My brother made this one, so has the eyes that do look cool and the nose that they look long. He looks like yeah, I don't know. Hypnotize you with that. Yeah, I don't know. Krabby, the water type Pokemon. This character walks sideways like a crab, and he does have these claws to hit the Pokemon. Yeah, he's not like Crab Raw. Now we have Kingler, the water type Pokemon too. With that big claw, my brother made it, and it did look pretty big. Like, look at the size of it. If I flip it, it's literally the size of my middle finger. Yeah. Now we have Voltorb, the 100 Pokemon that's ever made. Yeah, the electric type, that is an orb, and it is a volt. Yeah, you can roll it a lot until it explodes. Electrode, the electric Pokemon that did evolve from Voltorb. Round a lot. Now we have Execute, the psychic and grass type. The crazy thing about this guy is pink. Yes, he's a pink Pokemon, but that didn't stop me because I want to make it white to make it like an egg, a pack of eggs. That is. Now we have Executor, the grass and psychic type that does evolve from it. They do come with a pack of Executors, and they did run away. The episode that Charmander that evolved with Charmeleon. Yay. Now we have Cubone, a Pokemon that looks like a fossil. Yeah, he has a lost mother, and yeah, don't want to talk about it. Now we have Marowak. Yeah, he does evolve from Cubone and has a graceful, and now he looks a bit braver than the other one that I did make. Now I have Hitmonlee, the fighting type. I didn't make his legs like a bit round because I didn't want it to waste a lot of yellow. So I made it like that. The hands look a bit good, so yeah. Now I have Hitmonchan, the fighting type. Hitmonlee is also a fighting type, and Hitmonchan. He does evolve from Tyrogue, the same as Hitmonlee. Like Tyrogue can evolve to Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, even also Hitmontop. Yeah, the Johto Pokemon, but I'm not talking about Johto. Lickitung, the normal type Pokemon. And he's a lizard. And I got the patterns to make it the same that it does evolve from Licky. Yeah. Now I have Coughing, the poison Pokemon. He does do a fire type move, but he sometimes do a normal type move like self-destruct. Yeah, he does explode. Wheezing is the same thing as Coughing, that he's also poison type, and he does self-destruct and fire type move. My brother did used to have a Wheezing in Pokemon Quest, but he did remove it. Yes, with those things. Now I have Rhyhorn. He is a rock type Pokemon and maybe also ground. And he's like a rhinoceros that's rock. Now I have Rhydon. Yeah, I think I made it too big. Comment to me, guys, if I made it too big. Now we have Chansey, the normal type Pokemon that can evolve to Blissey, and it did evolve from Happiny. Oh wait, I think I have something missing. But don't worry about it. Let's just keep it. Now we have Tangela, the grass type Pokemon. He does have he's the only Pokemon that's only a grass type. Just don't worry about Chansey. He looks fine. Now we have Kangaskha, a normal type Pokemon that has a little K on his pouch. He's like a kangaroo, but it's a reptile. Now we have Horsey, the water type Pokemon. That's a seahorse that can evolve to Seadra. He can also, that's a water type too, that he can also evolve to Kingdra, but I'm not making Kingdra. I have Goldeen, the water type Pokemon. Yeah, Misty has that Pokemon, but it does suck a lot. Yeah, that means it's terrible. But if Misty would have get Seeking, really, it will look good. Yeah, totally. The water type Pokemon. Now we have Staryu, the starfish Pokemon that's a water type. That looks like it's made of metal. Now we have Starmie, the water type Pokemon that evolves from Starmie. Yeah, I can't even tell where his legs are, so don't talk about it. Now I have Mr. Mime, the one that evolves from Mime Jr. Yes, I made him like his hands to make it like human hands, and I made him like a mime. Now I have Scyther. He is the bug and flying type, since he's a mantis that can fly. Yeah. Imagine he's on your bed. He's not here. I have James, the psychic and ice type. Yeah. I made the hair like inside, and it's only a female gender. So I made it like that. Electabuzz. This Pokemon didn't evolve back in the old days, and now it's able to have an evolution. So with Elekid that can evolve to Electabuzz, and then to Sinnoh it can evolve to Electivire. Now Magmar. That it is a fire type, and it kind of looks like a bird. That came out of Magmar. And now we have Pinsir, a bug type Pokemon. Yeah, he used this thing to cut off things like wood. Yeah, and he does that. Now we have Tauros, the ox Pokemon that my brother says. He has 3 tails, like on 3 ox's tails combined with 1 ox. Yeah. Now we have Magikarp, one of the worst Pokemons that are ever made. But when it evolves, you can just give it a little kick, and then it can evolve to Gyarados. Like, I'm gonna bring it there. Look at that majestic beast. My brother made this one because it did a lot of hard work on it. And my brother was glad that I'm able to mix this color. Now I have Lapras, the water and ice type Pokemon. Yeah, the water type. And ice. That's been Ash's Pokemon. And I have Eevee. Wait, this is not Eevee. Didu, don't start pranking again. Yeah, the normal type Pokemon. Yeah. He can transform to every Pokemon that whatever he sees, he can transform to the same thing. Now I have Eevee, the normal type. He can evolve to different forms. Yes. This one. Now I am bringing these Pokemons together. That's here. I'm gonna show you here. Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. The water type Pokemon Vaporeon, the electric type Pokemon Jolteon, and the fire type Pokemon Flareon. Now I have Porygon. If you never know about this Pokemon, it's been in the Pokemon game almost a long time, but it still looks good. Yeah. If you guys never know this Pokemon, well, you know it right now. Now I have introduced you 2 fossil Pokemon at the same time. Ammonite, the water type Pokemon, and a rock type. He is also known as the fossil Pokemon that he is. Now I have Omastar, also the same type as Ammonite, and I have this Pokemon in my Pokemon Quest game. So hope you like this guy. Now I have Kabuto, the water and rock type, also a shellfish Pokemon, a shellfish. So yeah. And now I have Kabutops. My brother has this Pokemon that he finally did got. I don't know what kind of animal he is, but he's a fossil Pokemon. I can tell. Now we have Aerodactyl. I made the mouth and the face, but my brother did make some eyes, so I can put it on. And the body part did look big good. Yeah. Now I have Snorlax, a chubby Pokemon. He does sleep a lot, and he's one big bear Pokemon. Yeah. Now we have 3 mythic birds that I'm going to show at the same time. Here I have these birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Articuno is the ice and flying type. Zapdos is the electric and flying type. And Moltres, the fire and flying type. And he does look pretty big than the Articuno Zapdos, but he still looks good. Now, Dratini, the first dragon type Pokemon that was ever made. Looks cute. And Ash wanted to catch a Dragonite, but here. Now I have Dragonair. This is crazy. Yesterday, when I was doing a Pokemon Quest game that I was trying to fight Kingler, I got a Dragonair as the boss of Kingler to switch. And I really don't know why, but it was a bit cool and crazy. Now I have Dragonite that Ash caught in the Galar region. It does evolve from Dragonair and Dratini, the Dragonfly. And with that big tail, I all made out of Lego over there. Now I have Mewtwo, the psychic Pokemon. My brother made this one, and he was invented from a lab by Mew that humans did made. Now we have Mew, the final Pokemon, the 151. He's pink, and he is the Pokemon that made every Pokemon in the planet. That's shown. I'm gonna add this one in there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to. So, bye.